swing, swing, not today, swing, swing. Hi, Mama.
Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be vlogging about both week 19 and week 20 of my pregnancy with my 6th baby. These last 2 weeks have been fairly busy. I did not get a week 19 vlog up because that weekend was very crazy. My mom had her birthday party this last weekend when I was 19 weeks, and I had volunteered to make cookies for the party. So it took 4 hours, 2 hours of rolling and cutting and baking the cookies, and then another 2 hours for icing them all because I made 10 dozen cookies. That's a lot of cookies. And thankfully, I actually got a lot back, so I'm not baking for Easter. They're all in my freezer and we're gonna be pulling them out for Easter because I don't feel like doing any more baking. And last week, I actually noticed, probably about 6 weeks ago, I had noticed something strange. On the back of my left leg, I had some really weird bumps, and I couldn't see them because I don't have mirrors at that proper level. So I asked my husband what he was seeing, and he was like, oh, it just looks like a bruise. I'm like, oh, okay, well, a bruise. I mean, I banged myself into all sorts of things already as is, so I'm like, oh, it could very well be a bruise. And it wasn't going away. So last weekend, my husband actually went on a men's retreat with our church. So while he was gone and the kids were in bed and everything else, and I was like, you know, I have to take a look at this because it's not going away. And it felt like it was getting worse. So I looked in the mirror and I have varicose veins on the back of my left leg. And I should have picked up on it because I had noticed on the side, like the back of the side above my knee, a few inches above my knee, I had noticed a few little spider veins. And that's usually how they kind of start out, as a little bit of spider veins. As well as on my lower leg near my ankle, I have a little bit, it's about a patch about this big of some spider veins poking out there, and I'm like, oh no, because my mom has varicose veins and she has had to deal with that for years, and it has always been a problem for her, and they get painful, and I'm not wanting this. Like, I really don't want this. So I started looking up immediately things that you could do for varicose veins, and aside from surgery, I mean, there's some stuff that talk about different essential oils that you can use, and olive oil and oils and then all these mixes and stuff, and I don't even have half the essential oils they talk about. I do have lemon, and I did have some clary sage, although now I'm done on that one. I don't have any more of that. So I made a little mixture with the lemon and the clary sage, and I think there was another one, I can't remember, with a sunflower oil. I made this stuff and I was massaging it on my leg, and I tried doing that all of this last week. I think I only did it like the first 5 days, and then I forgot. And it hasn't made any difference. I've been trying to elevate my leg more. I've been trying not to sit as much. I've been trying to do more walking because all those things are supposed to help with varicose veins as well. The walking is supposed to help stimulate the blood circulation, which is one of the reasons why you get them in the first place. The not sitting as much and sitting properly. So do not cross your legs, do not cross your ankles, all that stuff, which is hard sometimes. I never used to cross my legs. It's really weird how in the last, this pregnancy, I want to cross my legs all the time. Why? And I've been lifting up my leg whenever I am sitting, trying to just kind of elevate it a bit to get the blood to continue to flow. I have noticed that, especially the last couple of weeks, this pregnancy, I have been having issues with my legs falling asleep and my arms falling asleep on me just randomly. I lay down to sleep. I don't think I'm pinching any nerves or like anything, but my hands will just start going numb and tingling and whatever, and my legs as well. Sitting in a chair, normal sitting, like not like sitting on a leg or like normal, just straight up and down sitting, and all of a sudden I'm feeling my legs are beginning to lose circulation, and I'm just like, why is this happening? So the uterus must be sitting in such a way where it's causing some circulation issues. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I think I'll talk to my doctor at my next appointment, but that's not until the 29th. So I've got a couple more weeks. I've actually, for myself lately, what I've been really liking is smoothies. I'm trying to follow the brewer's diet, and then I've been making a smoothie. And with my smoothie, I get these little, from Walmart, they're these little ice cube chunks of frozen spinach. So I will make a smoothie with 1 cup of strawberries, because that fills my 2 servings of vitamin C fruits, or vitamin C vegetables or fruits or whatever, because half a cup of strawberries is 1 serving because of the potency of vitamin C in it. Meanwhile, 1 whole orange is 1 serving, and 1 whole cup of broccoli is 1 serving. Like, they list out what constitutes a serving of each of these items. So I figured out what I can do is I make myself a smoothie. I make my own yogurt, so I'll use about between half and 3/4 cup of my homemade yogurt, which has no additives in it, and 1 cup of strawberries, frozen strawberries, these 3 of these little spinach cubes, which is about 1 serving of greens. I put in a little bit of vanilla if I'm lucky. If it's morning and we're going to be having banana right away, I'll put in about a quarter to a third of a banana, because it just adds that extra pop of sweetness. And then enough milk to kind of fill it. So then I'm getting 1 serving of dairy, I'm getting 1 serving of greens, I'm getting both of my vitamin C servings all at once. So that helps me a lot, because that's 4 of my servings that I need out of the, like, I don't know, 20 servings of food. Yeah, and I've been drinking one just about every day. I actually need to find some good recipes for smoothies, some other recipes for smoothies that I can use to, like, up my protein level or whatever, because near the end of the day I don't want to eat anything. I'm tired of eating. I don't want to eat. But a smoothie, I can, like, drinking that is easy, and I like, because it's frozen fruit, so I kind of like that because it's cold. I don't know what it is about that. I mean, a lot of pregnant women like to just suck on ice cubes, so maybe there's something to this. I've never been that way, but this time it seems that's something I like the cold beverage. I like the fruits and the veggies. For some reason, I was like gravitating towards those my last pregnancy, and I seem to be gravitating towards them again this one. Which brings me to another thing. This week, Thursday, is my ultrasound appointment. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find out the gender of the baby, though, at that appointment, because the technician's not allowed to say anything. They're not allowed to hint at anything. I don't think I can even give them an envelope and ask them to write it down and stick it in the envelope for me. The only one who's allowed to tell me is my doctor. So they have to go over the information, and they have to send it to my doctor. My doctor has to go over the information, and then they can let me know what the gender of the baby is. But my appointment is until the 29th, and my ultrasound appointment is the day before Good Friday, and that following week my doctor is taking vacation. So I will not be able to get any results until the 29th, unless I'm able to get it from him later that same day that I have my appointment. As far as my pregnancy goes, everything is pretty good, except for the varicose veins that I noticed, which are beginning to be annoying. The weird tingling that I've been getting, where I'm not getting the blood circulation, just isn't quite right. Like something is pinched or whatever. And I have noticed today, for some reason, I've been getting lower back pain. My diastasis has not improved. It actually has gotten a lot worse over the last week and a half. I have been doing the exercise and everything. Things seem to be improving. When I'm measuring from on the floor, it's still at the 1 finger width and it doesn't have the depth. It is still only about here. But when I get up, like if I can do this, I don't know if I can do this now. I've trained my muscles so much now that I can't even figure out how to do that. I'll have to try again in a bit, but it's gone from being about a gap like this to about a gap like this now when I'm upright, where the muscles are on the sides. Now, a big part of that is because the baby and the uterus is displacing everything else, and it's all pushing up, and I've got that extra pressure inside, and so it's pushing out. I'm beginning to feel the pain up here again that I did with my son, and I am not excited about that at all. And so I'm thinking my core has been compromised a lot more already than I'm used to, because I'm beginning to feel a lot more soreness in my lower back. I haven't had any soreness in my lower back for a while now, so it's a little disappointing to have it already. I'm only halfway. So at 20 weeks to beginning to get this pain in the back and this pain in the skin and the muscles there's no muscles here, but the area between the muscles up here already, and I'm only halfway. I'm just kind of like, what's the next 20 weeks going to bring? But I can't think about that because there's nothing I can really do about it. I have my belly band that I used to help with all of that last pregnancy is pretty much completely busted. The Velcro on there is not working very well. When I do my exercises, I've been trying to put it on and tighten it as much as I can up here, and it helps a little bit, but the uterus is now at the belly button, and because of that, there's not as much that I can do to help with these muscles. And so the exercises that I have been doing, the last time I did it was Monday. I did not do Wednesday and I did not do Friday like I had planned to, which is really too bad. But I have still been doing the diastasis exercises, but I think I'm going to need to move up off the floor soon, because I'm finding when I lay on my back for too long, I am having issues with the back pain. Yeah, that's my 19 and 20 week update. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen on Thursday. I'm hoping I can get some video. No, I won't be able to get video. They don't allow you to have cameras or phones, and by the looks of things, I wanted my mom to actually come and see. So I'm hoping we'll be able to maybe find somebody that can watch my kids, because my mom was otherwise going to watch my kids, or I'm taking all of my kids and my mom with me, because my husband once again has a bunch of meetings happening exactly at the same time, so he won't be able to even be there. It would be nice. My mom hasn't seen any ultrasounds from any of her 10 grandchildren so far, so I figured it would be nice, maybe a little bit special for her to see at least one. And I don't know how many of us are planning on having any more kids after this. I wasn't planning on having this many kids, but at this point I don't have a plan. It's just kind of what God plans is what it's going to be, and however many blessings he decides to give us, that's what we're going to have. And my heart is full, and he will just continue to fill it when the time is needed. So I am feeling very blessed. I know my pregnancy announcement video, I was kind of like, I was watching it the other day, I'm like, I look like I'm gonna cry. I don't look like I'm very happy. And it's not necessarily, it's not that I wasn't happy. It was just, I was so overwhelmed with the idea of it all, because that was not something I expected. And now I'm like, I'm getting excited about the idea of having another baby in the house. Not so excited about the nighttime wake-ups though. Here is my 20 week bump. The funny thing is, the only part of this that's actually baby is from here down. This is all just nothing, because it's diastasis. That's causing that. So it's, yeah, that's my 20 week belly. Thank you for watching this video and listening to me ramble and whatever, and hopefully next week I will have a more interesting video, like maybe a gender reveal. If not, it'll be a couple more weeks after. I kind of think it's a boy, but that's just because my pregnancy is following with my last one. So well, that's the only reason why I think that. So old wives' tales, actually, I think I'm probably half one half with boy and girl. So I think. I haven't checked them all. I should do that. I should do a video checking all the old wives' tales. Oh, that would be fun. I think I'll do that. I'll try doing that sometime this week. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video, and I wish you all a very blessed week.